Hi, and welcome back to Fantastic Pains and How We Hide Them. And I'm not Chris.
And I'm not Karina.
But we're here together.
As always.
And again, welcome to season 2 where things are different and
we can do whatever we want. Season 2.
Exactly. Chaos reigns.
Yeah. This is going to be our chaos season, and then we'll have a really boring third season. And then fourth,
where the writers just like fell asleep at the wheel.
4 will be the redemption one, and then we'll do a 5th, and that'll ruin everything.
We recasted Karina in the 4th season. It's actually Benjamin.
I was going to say, with Benj. Yeah.
Then no one will be Karina.
Oh, no. Podcast would be ruined. All right, we should start with our check-in.
I think so. We'll do our time for the weekly recap.
Recap. Check-in.
Ha 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 ha.
Review
Every
time.
Week. Review of time. Review
time.
of record. You want to go first?
Okay, I'll go. My week was very long. That's all. It's basically all I remember. I messed up my back. Mm-hmm. I don't know how, and I don't know what it is. It's like the muscles are crazy. Like you tried to fix it.
Yeah, I tried to work on it, and it's just like, I don't know. It's taking everything and just like pulling it towards your spine.
Yeah.
And then holding it there for dear life.
Mm-hmm. It's only on the left. My whole left side is messed up now, basically, because my hip is still really pissed off from before.
Yep.
My knees have been hurting. I mean, other than that, it was a pretty productive week. I got stuff done. We worked on TikToks.
We did. They're fun.
We're all over TikTok. We're actually posting things that you can only see on there, like every once in a while.
Yep.
So if you want to see more goofy shenanigans, go
all
to TikTok.
All of our in-between nonsense.
Yeah. Fantastic Pains. That's all you have to look for.
Yep.
You're good.
Indeed. I think they're fantastic. Like, I will rewatch our TikToks because I think they're so funny.
Yeah. Well.
To fenestrate. That's all I have to say. And no, the baby onions.
The bunny rabbit. The evil bunny is the way to go.
We'll have to bring the evil bunny back
for
a second one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we worked on TikToks. What about your mouth?
Oh God, yeah. I split one of my teeth right down the middle.
Yeah.
One of my molars. It's like, it's overlapping still, but it's like this. So like if I try and bite on it, it wants to go down into the gum.
Yeah.
But it's not loose. So it'll split open like this and it'll slide around. So I have to eat on the right side of my mouth and only the right. It's fun. It was like when it happened, and I was like, "We gotta go. I'll find someone." It's like it's just another thing on the list. I'll be fine.
But to be perfectly honest, and having ADS, this is not something people expect us to say, but I swear to God, mouth pain is like its own fucking category of hell.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's nothing that compares to mouth pain.
No,
it is so awful.
When I had the one tooth up here get worked on before they were working on it, I went to the ER and they tried to pack it, like with the like liquid concrete stuff, and it put pressure on the nerve instead, so it hurt more. So I had to dig out the concrete with a screwdriver because it was driving me absolutely nuts. So it was like 3 a.m. and I'm just like tinkering away at this stuff that they put in my mouth.
Yeah,
it was insane. It was so painful.
Yuck.
Yeah,
I hate mouth pain.
Me too.
Like, I'm okay with missing teeth to get rid of the mouth pain.
Yeah. Hopefully we can save one of my teeth because it's one of the front ones. And then the other ones can go. I'll just have no teeth from no molars.
I'm missing, how many? 4?
Yeah, 4.
Yeah, I'm missing 4 molars.
And they're not wisdom.
Yeah, none of them are
still
my
have your wisdom teeth.
My mouth is a mess.
So yeah, I did that.
Yep. And then you had an appointment.
Did I? Oh yeah, I saw the doctor, and I got to do my therapy, which went well. She was impressed with us talking about like the subjects that we've gone over.
Good.
I was like, we're doing so good.
Yay.
Like I'd feel comfortable with her sharing it now. Before I was like, don't let people see it.
Right.
Don't even go there yourself. It's not worth it. But
it exists, but don't look at it.
Yeah. But now I'm cool.
Yeah.
Season 2, we can do whatever we want.
Right. Well, and we've just gotten a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
With the whole thing, the whole setup,
the entire
from
process,
start to finish. Yeah, which is cool.
We're still learning, but
yeah,
we'll get there.
It'll just keep getting better.
Hopefully.
And better and better.
Yeah. How was your week?
My week was hell.
That's putting it lightly. Like,
it was so bad. It's just been, I don't know. It was very, very long.
Yeah.
It was a very long week. So I had like partial work days this week. So I did Monday through Wednesday until like 1:30, and then interviews and all of that. And then I had PT.
Oh yeah.
Which was just a bummer.
Yeah.
Like it was one of those, and she was so nice about it too, which made it even harder. I went in and she was a lymphedema specialist. And because it was like abdominal stuff, they figured she was the only one who would be able to help me. So I was put with this very specific PT. And we went over everything, and she basically looked at me and she was like, I can't help you. I don't have anything to offer you. I'm so sorry. You're doing all the right things. I can't help you.
I mean, the positive is that you're doing the right things, right?
Yeah. So that was, hi. I just came to say goodbye. Oh, you going to work?
I want kissies, damn it. I'm in a mood.
A mood for love.
I'm a vibe. Vibe check.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to move for you.
All this just to get attention. Love you.
Yep.
No, you're good.
Hi. Hi. You look lovely. Thank you. Mwah. I love you.
How do I look? I don't look lovely. I don't sound good. I'm fascinating. And the straight man.
The straight man. Straight white man.
Yeah.
I know the road looks tough ahead. What? I saw her. She's very cute.
Yeah. She's pumped. She's going to get interviewed. So
yeah.
She's part of that was taking a shower, getting pretty. If that's how I motivate her. It
right.
Works.
Brush your hair so you can be on the podcast.
Yeah. She took a bath and she's all clean. And she found her nice clothes.
Nice.
So where were we?
We were at, she was really nice. Really, really nice about it. And she loved me. She thought I was fabulous.
Yeah.
But again, like nobody knows about EDS, and PTs certainly don't. Because I had the one who was like, I don't understand. Your SIs, like, they're out? What? And I was like, yes, they're out. They're out. They're not just tight. They're out. They're always out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she did some like massage type stuff and then was basically like, I can't help you. Sorry.
Well, that's the worst. Like, especially when like this person
was supposed to be like the direct
answer.
Yeah. And I thought that they would at least, and my husband was like, but didn't you expect that they wouldn't be able to help you? And I was like, in a way.
Yeah.
But I thought they would at least like have something to try.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's the thing. I'm willing to try anything. I would let you hit me with a bus if I thought it would help.
Yeah.
So it was just really frustrating to hear that she couldn't even offer me anything.
Yeah. She didn't even like tell you where to go, like what the next step would be.
Yeah. So I've had a few people tell me that I should ask about doing like ultrasonic breakup.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, like ablations kind of, but something.
So I don't know if that'll be an option, but I made an appointment with my primary to go back to the drawing board to basically go
regroup.
These are the people you sent me to, and they literally cannot help me. So what do we do next?
Yeah, and you got the recommendation basically.
Yeah,
you're doing everything right.
Right.
She couldn't help you.
She was so funny.
Out of her control.
At the end of it, she was like, so if ever you like need PT or like you've got an injury or a surgery, let them know to put you on my list,
cool.
On my schedule. I was like, okay. And she told me at the end, like I said, she was really sweet. She was like, I think you are fantastic. And I was like, that's really nice of you, but I still want to cry.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's like after that, I was going to ask you to come over. Mm-hmm. And you're like, can I come over?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Because I was just so frustrated. And then you get that, like, I wanted to burn it all to the ground.
Yeah.
And I was like, clearly no one can help me. I'm never going to go see a doctor again. Burn it to the ground. Nothing means anything. Yeah. I'm going to stop taking all of my meds.
Yeah, no, you get
and just die.
The total frustration, anger.
Yeah, it's like rage quit.
Yeah.
Like,
rage quit your medical plan.
I'm going to rage quit medicine.
Fuck all of this. Braces gone.
Right.
Meds gone.
Undo all the surgeries. Oh, God, no.
You start ripping open your fuck you shoulders. Stupid hip.
And just like, in there like with a knife.
I feel so much better now.
bleeding everywhere. Yeah, it was hard. It was hard to hear that there was nothing they could do.
Yeah.
And she could feel them because she was like, while she was doing her massage, she's like, so I can feel one here and here. And I was like, yep, those are the places that we've been working on. So it sounds like the theory is still abdominal adhesions. But because they're so hard to diagnose and because general surgery already was like, can't help you.
Well, yeah, they're worried about making more scar tissue.
Yeah. But at the same time, I'm like, but we could try.
Yeah, no. It's like we
could try.
With the hip, they'll probably have to do another surgery, but the first one was, let's not do the full thing. We'll just see if we can fix the labrum on its own, and
I'm like, it's okay to try and fail. Like, I'm not going to come back and turn around and be angry.
Yeah.
We tried and it didn't work. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to try something. So I'm like, please open me up and go see what's going on.
Yeah.
Because, like, I was watching videos and things, and people get it so bad, like, the organs will get stuck to the abdominal wall and stuck to the diaphragm, which I think is part of the issues there. Yeah,
because you feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because I can't ever, like, fully inflate my lungs. And when I go to inhale, my heart rate accelerates.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but things are tangled.
No shit. God damn.
Yeah.
At least she didn't say you were crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she felt them.
She was very, very sweet. And it was just, and that I think made it harder. Because it would have been different if she was like, well, I don't believe you. This is not my thing.
Like that one guy would to me.
Right.
With the defeatist
you're like,
guy.
well, fuck you. I'm going to go find someone else.
You're using your cane wrong and you're being a defeatist and I can't help you.
Yeah.
Well, great. I'm glad I came here.
Right. Well, and it's so frustrating that everyone's always like, PT's the answer.
Well,
and I'm like, every time I go see PT for something that's not surgery, they look at me and they go, why are you here?
Yeah, it's always step 1, PT. Step 2, consult.
Mm-hmm.
Or imaging.
Yeah.
And then consult.
Right.
That's what I'm at. I'm probably going to have to do the same thing for my hip. It'll be more PT and then probably imaging and then surgery.
Well, I think they need to do imaging first.
Hopefully.
That would be
the way to go. But you know how it goes. Like, there's...
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's hard. You have to play the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And it is. It's frustrating. So, yeah. So that was my week. It wasn't great.
No.
And then I had like a new set of weird pain that started like in my boob and shot clear into my thigh.
Yeah.
So it was like a straight line that ran through me. And I'm like, I
path.
swear it's got to be all of that stuff that's just stuck together. And when one thing spasms, it pulls on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see.
You just need a full body scan.
I know.
Do a full body MRI and a CAT
MRI
scan.
and CT and X-ray. Do it all so that we know what's going on.
Full body ultrasound. Oh, God.
Yes. I'm going to be so slimy.
Oh, God. I just dip you in a thing and you're good to go.
Great. Yeah.
Oh.
So that was my week. It was hard. But I've noticed that through the podcast, like, we are getting a lot better about like practicing what we preach.
True.
And like being more intentional about things. So like building a ladder, for instance, has been something that I'm like really intentional about now. And I have a really set of rungs to get me started every day. So yeah, first step, obviously getting out of bed. Then I go have a cigarette. And then I have to take a shower because that's the next step in getting moving. And then usually I get a coffee from somewhere just because A, it's a reward for me. Like, this is a high value thing. And then B, because it gets me out of the house.
Yeah.
Because when I'm in the house, I always have the option of like, go back and lay down again. So I'm like, I need to leave the house so that I can be a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I wake up and I hear the stupid bunny voice.
Build a ladder, you idiot.
It's like, okay, I guess I'm getting up. I'm waking up before the kids now.
Really?
Yeah, I woke Sophie up the last few days because I'm like, hey, let's go play Magic.
Come hang out with me.
She's like, okay, cool, let's do it.
Nice.
Oh, side note, we tried to figure out a name for hanging out because there's like
bro day,
so
you need
and then there's ladies' night. So Rory came up with Durl, dad and girl, Durl Day.
Durl Day.
So, and Sophie loved it. So we have Durl Day.
I love that.
We had Durl Day yesterday.
Durl Day.
We played video games and watched creepy videos on YouTube.
Nice.
So yeah.
I love that your kids love creepy things. That makes me happy.
Yeah, she was really into it.
Nice.
But
That's awesome. Yeah, it's been a week.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel okay about things for the most part, but yeah.
No, it still affects you though. Like, like even when I did my hip, like I had to talk about it to the therapist, Libby.
Yeah.
Like, it set me back. You know, I was doing well, and then suddenly I wasn't even overexerting myself. I was doing something simple, and my body was like, nope.
Fuck you.
Yeah, crunch. Yeah. So, as long as you don't let it keep you down, I think is the important part.
Right. Well, if I could sleep, that would be lovely.
No shit.
I think I would feel so much better if I could have like a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
Because even when I'm sleeping long, I'm not sleeping well. Like, I'm sleeping hard, but I'm also waking up 6-7 times a night. Yeah. And then soaked constantly. Like,
is that
night
still
sweats
happening?
Forever. Yeah.
God. I had a phase last week, but it started to go away.
I didn't last night, which was nice. But yeah, for the most part, it's still... it's night sweats forever.
That's what I did. I took the comforter off. I folded the comforter over onto Jen because she's too cold.
Yeah.
So she doubled up, and I used the zebra blanket.
Nice.
And that was enough. That was good.
Oh, that's right, because the room's cool enough now, huh?
Yeah.
Yup. But yeah.
But yeah, we have gotten better about everything. Like self-talk. Yeah. I used to suck at self-talk.
Yeah. Well, and I think even like communicating with each other, we have like a strong base to be able to have that back and forth to check on each other.
Yeah.
Not to mention the mind bullets, which were amazing this week.
That was hilarious.
So we have this running joke that we're twins born years apart.
Yeah.
So we're 7 years apart. Hold on one second.
Entar. What's
Hello.
up? No. The big pack the mom bought? We can't have those. Because they're for mom.
Mom said it was up to you. She said you.
Well, then we'll have it after the podcast. We'll share. We'll hang out and eat them.
Mom said I have to either find my bralette, my white black one, or I have to wear a different shirt.
Okay. Well, then go find stuff. We'll let you know when we need you.
Yeah, we can't get there if we have to pause.
Yeah, every time you come in and stop us, we have to restart. So, yeah, please, just wait. We'll get you.
She's very excited.
I love you. I couldn't hear what you were saying.
I missed it too. This will be fun for you to clean up later.
Oh my god. She is just super pumped.
Yeah.
We were talking about self-talk and then...
Oh, yes. So the running joke is that we're twins born years apart because we are like the same person. And we also have some weird psychic link, apparently.
Yeah.
Because we're always on the same wavelength. And then...
Like, well, it was yesterday, right?
I think so.
I was just sitting in here. I was trying to get some stuff done. I was writing down the list of things for today. And out of nowhere, Sophie's sitting next to me, and I go, look, it's freaking bats. I love Halloween, which is one of my favorite vines. But at the exact same moment, I messaged you, and you were watching the vines.
Well, and I was like, oh my God, no fucking way.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't watched Vines or like a Vine comp in months.
Yeah.
And then that day I had been binging Vines and I had just finished binging Vines when you texted me.
It's freaking bad.
I was like, what the fuck?
I love Halloween. Yeah, no, that was
well,
was
and
fantastic.
then even this morning we literally went to communicate with each other at the same exact time.
I saw that.
So you were like, let me check in on her. And I was like, I should probably let him know that I'm like doing the thing. And so exact same time.
Yeah, that caught me off guard. I was like, I'm going to put a heart. Oh, she's messaging me. Interesting.
Yeah, I hit send as the heart appeared. Yep. But we do it with other things too. Like,
oh, God, yeah.
If I'm in a lot of pain, I'll check on you. I'm like, did you hurt yourself? Because I'm injured.
Why am I hurting?
Is it your fault or mine?
Yeah, who's in trouble?
Who's in trouble?
It was you, wasn't it? Like, yeah.
You fucked up your left hip and then my left hip was crying. And I was like, what the fuck did you do?
Yeah. So yeah, we gotten better about self-talk. And everything, really.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. It's kind of fun to learn through, I don't know, just being more open about things.
Yeah, and having conversations and having people on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's been really good.
Yeah. Well, and I know that, like, my way of thinking has shifted quite a bit just doing this podcast and, like, learning from other people. And I'm really excited for guests later down the line.
Yeah, we have some cool ones lined up.
Yeah.
Hopefully. And I want to bring Kaylee back.
Yes. Dweeb was great fun.
Mm-hmm. I want to have everyone back on, really.
Right? It's just fun. It's
we have
a good
to
time.
We have to get our brother and Star.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's a lost episode.
I know.
It had such bad audio.
Yeah. That has happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a few episodes that we had to kind of scrap.
Yeah. Growing pains.
Yep.
We know no better.
Yes.
And just have spent money on more hardware. So
yes. I was going to say, we have new mics.
Did I? Oh, I told you we're getting another one of these, right? So we'll have all three and the little stand. It'll be nice. It'll be really good.
Which will be great because then we can have like reasonable audio.
Yeah. Reasonable. It should be great.
When we have guests, which will be really good.
Guests.
Guests. Our guests.
Oh, yeah. We could talk about setting up boundaries and explaining yourself in pain.
Yeah.
That fits well with what we're on.
With this week. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had issues communicating.
Did you?
Because I had a day that it was just it was the day the tooth cracked because it was hurting real bad.
Yep.
And Sophie came up to me and she was like, something hurt.
Oh, that's right.
And I was like,
are we going to the ER?
Well, yeah, I was sitting there and I'm trying to like figure out how to make the tooth not hurt. And she just wanted to like, she had like a bruise or something simple. And she's like, Dad. And I was like, what? She's like, oh, do you need time? Do you need space? And I was like, no, I need to know what you're going to say now. Otherwise I'm going to get more angry. So just tell me what you have to say. She's like, I think I hurt myself. Like, are we going to the hospital? She was like, no, it's okay. I was like, okay, I love you. Go away.
Go away. Yeah.
It was so bad. And I feel so bad when that happens, but they understand it. At least Sophie does.
Yeah.
I have to be more gentle with Rory because he's sensitive to that kind of thing. But God.
He's sensitive in general.
Yeah.
He's built a little more like we are. Like.
Yeah, definitely.
He's definitely got that like hyperactive empathy.
But Sophie gets it. Like,
yeah.
You know. She gets that sometimes I need space and boundaries and sometimes I don't want them and need hugs and cuddles.
Right. Well, and it's nice that they understand that it's different.
Yeah.
Like day by day, it's different. And that they're okay with being flexible.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, because for some people, building those boundaries, you have to have it like really cut and dry. Yeah. And it has to be predictable and understandable for them. And then other people, you can be like, let's play it by ear.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think building those boundaries can be really difficult, especially when you're not sure what you want.
Oh, my God.
Because that's the worst part. When you're in a lot of pain and you don't even know what you want.
Yeah.
You know what you don't want.
Yeah, I could list everything I don't want, and I might want something, but
right.
I don't know.
It's like when they're like, do you want water? And you're like, I have no idea.
Like that Gus Johnson video. I have a headache. Did you drink water? Let me touch you.
Let me get really close to you.
Yeah. Like, God.
Can I help you? Are you okay? That looked like it really hurt.
Yeah.
Can I touch you on your body?
How much of that comes from like people having issues with pain in general, though? Like
right.
we've said before. Like,
right. Well, and I think I've kind of narrowed it down because we've always understood that people are uncomfortable with pain and illness, right? Especially when it's chronic because they don't know what to do with it. But I think that, and this has got to be like a societal thing where other people's weakness makes you feel weak.
Right.
Right.
Well, you see it in yourself, right?
Yeah,
You'll
exactly.
identify something and then.
Mm-hmm. Which is why I have a really hard time like being around people who, I don't know, like, sorry, I'm trying to organize the thought. Yeah. Like when people are more vulnerable about their pain, I guess. Like the people who are like screaming and crying in the ER. Yeah. Like that makes me feel really uncomfortable.
Same.
Yeah. And it's got to be that like societal piece where we're like, your vulnerability makes me feel vulnerable, so I've got to bail out. But yeah, no, it's interesting. Because the way other people respond to chronic illness as a whole, like, partially I think they don't have the schema to understand, and then the other part is like you have to confront something in yourself to be comfortable with somebody else being in pain.
Yeah, that's a hard one. Yeah, like being okay because there's nothing you can do.
Right.
You're gonna feel like you want to help, but
well, that was the hardest part to teach my husband was like, you don't have to fix me.
Right.
You aren't going to be able to fix me, so please don't stress yourself out like trying.
Yeah.
Because he's very fix-it minded, and so he's like, "What can I do?" And I'm like, "Nothing. There's nothing you can do."
Well, here's the interesting bit. Like, I did that with Jen, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the dark times when I was super depressed, and I would have these discussions with her. I was like, "There's nothing you can do. I need something, but I don't think there's anything we can do about it.
Right.
I don't know what I want." And so, like, I'm telling her that there's nothing she can do and that she's gonna have to deal with it. But at the same time, you have to be okay with that as yourself. Like, you have to be okay with the fact that sometimes you can't get help.
Right.
And people will be around and they're gonna want to, but they can't.
Do you ever have those times where you're like, you're in a lot of pain and you kind of want to be alone, but you also like want to seek people out?
Yeah.
Like you need to be in the same room as somebody else?
I do that with Jen. If I'm having a bad day, I want her in the bed.
Yeah.
Like if she's going to be writing her book or whatever.
You're like, don't interact with me. Just be there.
Yeah, sit next to me on the bed, use the laptop. And that's what I need.
Yeah.
I need you near me, but let's not interact.
Right. Like, I don't know. It feels safer. Like, it's that weird. I don't know.
Well, it's like when you come over and I'm having a bad day. Like, we don't even really have to talk about anything.
Right.
Just hanging out.
Yeah. It's distraction.
Mm-hmm.
Like the camaraderie of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's interesting.
Do you have those boundaries with Randy? Like,
I don't know. His emotional IQ is quite stunted. So I have to be very clear if I do want something.
Yeah.
But that takes like knowing what I want.
Right.
And so a lot of the time it's like, and he's gotten better at the point where he can suggest things. And he kind of does what Jen does with like the tiers of care.
Yeah,
almost,
yeah.
Where he's like, what do you need? Can I get you your water? Do you want to lay down? Do you want, like, do you want me to crack your back?
Mm-hmm.
Is that going to help you? Let's try that. Because I'm like, I don't know. He's like, let's crack your back and see if that helps. Did we get it? Is that it? What do you need?
That's good.
Yeah. So he's gotten better kind of like seeking out and going through like the checklist of things that he can control. And then from there, he can offer me some empathy. And then other times I'm like, just pet me.
Yeah.
Just pet me.
No joke.
I'm like, I need affection. That's what's going to make me feel better.
Do you have any, what's the thought I had? It's gone. Do you have any people that you don't talk to, like you don't express your pain or your situation? Because I'm open about it to everybody, but I'm wondering if there's anybody that you specifically won't talk to about, you know what I mean?
No, for the most part, I've like cut those people out.
Yeah.
Like the people who, I know like they don't believe me or
fair.
They don't care necessarily, or they're just like, oh, she's on it again.
Right.
Those people have kind of seen themselves out, and like my circle's gotten a lot smaller, just in general.
It's refined.
Yes. I'm like, I'm okay with that. I like it that way.
Mm-hmm.
My mother-in-law is somebody that I don't like tell all of what's going on to because I know she worries.
Right.
And it's that kind of thing that I try to avoid. So it's less about like being vulnerable with people as it is like it's going to be a hassle if I have to explain myself.
Right. That's what I was thinking. Like, there are people that I don't feel like explaining it to.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a thing. Let's not worry about it.
Right. Where you're just like, it's not worth it. Mm-hmm. It's not worth explaining what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and when I like talk to people at work about it, there are people I tell more than other people. Mm-hmm. So some people know like, oh, she's got this thing. And other people know like more detail about what's going on. Or people who don't even really know at work.
Right.
So, yeah, no, I think, yeah, there are some people it's not worth explaining to.
Yeah.
And then there are some of the people that I know I can use as kind of go-betweens where I'm like, this is what's happening. Could you let everybody know? So that's
handy.
Yeah. That helps a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, for the most part, I've kind of cut everybody else out where I'm like, I don't need to explain myself. I don't feel like I want to explain myself.
That's fair. I mean, if you don't have to.
Right.
Like if you're having a horrible pain day and you don't need to talk to anybody or interact, then there's no need.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, yeah, for some people, you're right. Some people, literally all they get is like, I don't feel good. And that's where we go from.
Yeah.
But I've gotten better about being more open. Like yesterday, we had dinner with my husband's family and his grandparents.
Yeah.
And I wore makeup. And the funny thing is, usually I if I'm feeling really awful, I make sure I look okay. Because people are more likely to leave you alone if you look okay.
It's invisible illness.
Right.
That's literally.
So I got there yesterday and they were like, oh, you look so cute. You look really good. And I was like, that's great. I feel awful.
I'm dead inside.
I was like, I look good because I feel like trash. And then it was hard because everyone was like trying. It was just hard because you know how auditory processing just isn't there when you're in pain.
Yeah.
And you're like, I can't. First of all, I didn't know you were talking to me. Second of all, no, I didn't roll my eyes at what she said because I have no idea what she said.
Yeah. Well, it's like you hear the words, but you can't put it together.
Exactly. I'm like, I heard you, but I don't know what it means.
I do that with Jen. Like, if I'm having bad pain days, she'll be like, I'm like, okay, she said these words.
What does it mean? Yeah.
I know English, but.
Like, I have to, like, full on focus and then listen and then, like, really process it.
Yeah.
And very intentionally process it to be like, okay, that's what that meant. What is the correct response?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. How about you? Are there people that... I'm curious about, like, what it's like with Bappa.
I'm pretty open with him.
Yeah.
Because he's been interested in it anyways. Mm-hmm. He's worried about me and you and Benj. You know, so he reads stuff and follows us. In the beginning, oh my God. So for the longest time, I would hide everything because I didn't want him to worry.
Yeah.
I wouldn't tell him anything.
My thing is, I'm like, I wouldn't want somebody to worry.
Exactly. So we'd get together and have lunch or whatever and be like, how are you doing? I'm tired, but I'm good. Yeah. Bullshit. Utter bullshit. But I didn't want to, like, I didn't believe I was sick to begin with, let alone burden him with, there's this mystery thing going on. Right. You know? Yeah. Which I'm sure was more of a shock when we were both like, it's this connective tissue disorder.
It has a name.
Surprise.
And ta-da, everybody's got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he knew I like had issues until we were on the EDS train.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't think he did either. Yeah. I know he would ask me how you were doing all the time. And I'd be like, she's doing okay. You know,
I'm fine. Alive.
Yeah, she's not dead. Don't
I
worry.
Live.
Yeah, but there were boundaries for a long time. But then, you know, living together, and I want to be more open with him in general. Right. I have like this boundary in my head where it's like, he's this like giant idolized being, and I don't want to like ruin it.
Right. Or, like you don't want him to think differently of you. Right. Yeah.
So, you know,
which is so weird because we don't give a shit about most people's approval.
Exactly.
But his means fucking everything.
Yep.
Like my husband would threaten me with calling Bappa.
Yeah.
Like he's like, you need to stop what you're doing or I'm going to call your grandfather.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like I would always be more careful or I would just be goofy. You know what I mean? Like I'm either going to be as serious as I can be or as off the wall as I can be. But that's gotten better. Like I've always had the urge to actually talk to him and have conversations, which we do now. You know, I'm an adult. I can do whatever I want. But I had to work up to it. Yeah. It wasn't just something that I could do because I was always intimidated. Yeah. Even though I loved him and like, you know.
Well, and that's how I felt through like childhood. And then I started seeing him like one-on-one.
Yeah.
And like he's like the world's most fascinating man.
No joke.
And he's just good people. Yeah. And then my in-laws met him and they were like, we love this man. He's the best. We're adopting him. We're keeping him forever.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's fine. So like everyone in my life who's ever met him is like, he's amazing.
All my friends
I'm like, yep,
thought he was
amazing.
an assassin. Well, because okay, so I inherited money from my great grandmother.
Yeah.
That he was in charge of.
Yeah.
So he would buy stuff for me or give me money that if I needed it from that account, but he would just show up and have money, and they'd be like, he went out and killed somebody. He did a job, and now he's here to pay you. It's like, yeah, that's how it works. International man of mystery.
He's like Alfred Pennyworth.
Yeah.
MI6.
Oh man.
Yeah. No, he's definitely one that I was like, I don't know, because I don't want him to worry.
Yeah.
Like I don't like that he does worry.
At least he doesn't call you stupid. That's
I don't know if he knew like
honor.
Half the stuff that I got up to.
Well, see, that's the
I
thing.
think he would.
I'm more vocal about it, and he lives with me. So if I fall down the stairs, why weren't you holding the handrail? I was holding the handrail. Why didn't it
That's
help
how
you?
I dislocated my shoulder.
Yeah, no shit. I've done that before, and I almost flipped over the stairs that one time, or over the banister.
Oh my God.
It was bad. It was so bad.
Jesus. Oh, that's the other thing that was so awful this week was the dysautonomia.
Oh yeah.
Fuck all of that. Like all week, I think you and I were both like,
oh my
every
God.
time I turn my head, I almost pass out. What is this?
I turned it into a game. I would see if I could go.
You were doing it in bed?
Yeah, I would sit down or lay down, and then I would stand up on the bed as fast as I could, and then I'd go, "Oh, there goes reality." And then it like blood pressure. Don't know her. I don't know. I'm trying to turn it into a positive experience.
You're like,
not
this could
something
be
to
fun.
panic about.
Right.
Like every time I move, I lose my vision and the sound disappears. Where's my soul going? Am I alive?
The PT was working on me, and she was like, "So you get lightheaded?" And I was like, "Yes." She's like, "You get dizzy?" And I was like, "Yes."
Yeah.
She was like, "So, like, do you need someone to walk with you?" And I was like, "No, I'm really good at not passing out." And she was like, "Oh, okay. I kind of figured you must be, but I just wanted to check."
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm good at good at not passing out."
Well, and when you do, you fall the right way.
Yes.
You collapse downward. You don't.
I don't topple like a tree.
I don't know why you wouldn't want to topple like a tree.
I don't know why you do.
I don't either, but it just feels right. It's one of those
You're like,
things. Yeah. Because every moment until you hit the ground is fantastic. You're like, oh, I'm letting go of everything. And then bam, and you're like, reality. You have this moment of clarity and free
I've
fall.
never hit. Okay, that's a lie. I was going to say I've never hit my head passing out, but I did in the
Bullshit.
shower. Do you remember that time when I hit my face and
Yeah.
I ripped open my gum on the inside of my mouth? Because I hit it on, it was like the shower caddy, I think.
Oh.
And it had that like knob on it
Yeah.
to hang stuff from, and it was a ball. And I hit it just right underneath my cheekbone and busted open the inside of my mouth.
Fantastic.
It was great.
That's just great.
But otherwise, I don't usually like hit my head or anything
Yeah.
because I just go down straight.
I don't either, really, for the most part. I've blacked out fully a couple of times, but
Hmm.
each time I've landed usually to the side.
Yeah.
So that my arm kind of catches me.
I also, along with the dysautonomic blood pressure issues,
Yeah.
I've also had a really hard time with like regulating my own body temperature. So I'm running low. So I'm at like 97.2.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know what that's about. So I'm like, okay, whatever. And then I thought our thermostat was broken
Yeah.
because it was like reading 62 degrees in the house. And I was like, no, it's not. There's no way.
Right.
No, it's not. And then my husband came to bed the other day, put 2 blankets over himself. And I was like, is it cool in here? And he was like, do you need it colder? And I was like, I don't know. It's fine. I just couldn't tell if it was cold.
I've had that problem. I kind of have the opposite though, where like I'm sitting in a cold room, and I think it's because I know it's supposed to be cold, so I feel hot. You know what I mean? Like if I'm not feeling it, I'm like, whoa, I must be burning up or something. Even though it's 60 degrees in this room,
Right.
Like,
Well, that's the other one is like I keep making myself sick when I go outside
oof.
because I don't realize I'm getting hot until I'm like overheated. Because I'm like, I can't tell.
Yeah,
I cannot tell
you'll
until
get
I'm like
sunstroke if you keep
physically
that up.
ill. So I'm trying to stay out of the sun. But yeah, no, body temperature has been all kinds of weird.
I wonder how much of that is connected to thyroid too, because I haven't had my thyroid looked at in a long time, but I know like I'm on thyroid medication.
Yeah, we've never talked about that, I don't think. Because when I had my thyroid looked at, because that was one of the like early things that we looked at.
Yep.
Was we thought I had hyperthyroid.
No,
and then
hypo.
I went in and they were like, it's barely functioning. Take these pills. And then the next time they were like, stop taking those pills.
Yeah.
Because don't do that.
Do not.
Don't do that. So it like flip-flops.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that's all about.
I mean, I'm on a low dose of something because at least it doesn't go more down. Like it can get hyper, but for the most part, it's hypo. The meds I'm taking prevent it from being hypo.
Getting too low.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird. And I think there's got to be a ton that's connected to the dysautonomia piece.
Yeah.
Because you have like POTS, right? And you have orthostatic intolerances. And then you have issues with body temperature and heart rate.
Mm-hmm.
And what else? There's tons.
Oh my God.
There's a lot involved in dysautonomia. So to explain, what is dysautonomia?
A fun time for the whole family. Well, okay, so you have your autonomic nervous system, mm-hmm. where you don't have to sit there and pump your heart or your breathe. Well, now I'm manual breathing, so thanks. Thanks, guys. But everything that your brain handles automatically. Mm-hmm. But when you have EDS, you typically have dysautonomia, where your body decides to do random things.
Yep.
Like, does MCAS count?
I think MCAS falls in there.
Yeah.
I was also thinking about like the breathing and the swallowing.
Yeah.
And your gut activity.
Mm-hmm.
All of that is like autonomic related.
This week was bad for stomach stuff. We were both like, let's just get nutrient IVs. We'll be done with eating forever.
And that's where we come up with blam. Blam. So we were talking this week because we've just been...
I can't believe you're talking about this story.
Not friends with food as of recent times. Mm-hmm. So eating's been a challenge.
Yeah.
Just because like I've been feeling super nauseous.
Oh, yeah.
For no reason.
It would hit me off and on all week. Or I'd be not hungry, just in general. That
too. And so what day was that when I was over here? It had to have been like Wednesday or something.
I think it was Wednesday. It's so stupid.
It is so stupid.
We were talking about getting nutrient IVs, and then we're like, well, then you forget how to eat. Like, your body already doesn't know how to do it well. So if you stop doing it completely, your body would just forget how to eat. And so you'd have to fake it. You'd be at like a party and you'd be like, yes, I too enjoy eating food with my teeth. It's great. That had a flavor that I enjoyed.
Teeth?
With my teeth.
So now the joke is
bleb.
That food, you just put it in there and just bleb.
Falls out. Yeah, you just bleb.
Bleb.
You're not spitting it out, it just falls out. Because you don't know how to eat anymore.
Yep.
I do like biscuits. Blem.
And it's like that thing where you don't know if you're going to be able to eat until you take that first bite.
God, I hate that.
And then your body's like, no. And you're like, okay, blem. And that's literally how it goes.
Oh my God. I've had that happen the last 2 days in a row for dinner. I'm like, ooh, yeah. I'm going to try eating. And I take a bite and I'm like, no, I'm not. I am done. I had to give Sophie some of my food yesterday. I was like, here, you take it. Because I'm not about that life.
Randy ordered Ethiopian food.
Oh, yeah.
And I have like textural issues. I have sensory processing problems. Like, for real. So Ethiopian food was not my friend.
That was not
what I wanted. Yeah. No. So, yeah. My brain was like, no. Blam.
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 Glad we got that story out there.
Right? You're welcome. Blam.
Blam.
Yeah. No, it's... The autonomic nervous system. The joke that I tell is that my nervous system is nervous.
Yeah.
Because it just... it can't.
It's imagine somebody with like high functioning anxiety trying to manage an important system, mm-hmm. right? Just being like, I think it's time to do this.
And then you're like, why do I have adrenaline in my system now?
God, adrenaline dumps are the worst.
Oh my God. Especially when you're laying down doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And then trying to explain to a doctor that you're like, I had been laying down for an hour when my heart rate jumped to 133 beats per minute for no reason.
Well, have you had the conversation where they don't know if it's an adrenal drop or you're having a panic attack?
Yes, constantly. Where they're like,
I know the difference.
It's anxiety, and I'm like, but it's not.
No, it's literally you're just suddenly full of fucking energy, and you're like, I'm gonna fly, or I'm gonna fight. And you start
sweating.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the other one, sweating. With dysautonomia, because you're like, either you don't sweat, which is why I overheat, or you sweat everything.
You're part puddle.
Yeah. So I'm part puddle at night, and then I don't sweat during the day.
Save up for the night.
It's very weird. I don't know why. So over it. Yeah. It's just dumb.
Dysautonomia.
Yeah. So dysautonomia comes in several different forms. So you have like POTS, which is postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. Sorry. And so that typically indicates that like when you stand up, your blood pressure drops.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what they expect to happen. But then you also have on the other end, which is what I think we have going on, is the hyperadrenogenic POTS, which is the adrenaline dumps. So instead, when you stand up, your body is like,
let's go.
Yeah. Which I think is what we have going on.
Yeah. I've always had that too.
Yeah, the adrenaline dumps for no reason.
Yeah.
And I hate talking about it with doctors because it's always like, oh, that just sounds like anxiety.
Yeah.
And you're like, but it wasn't.
It's like, here, let me demonstrate. I can have a full-on panic attack. I'll trigger it. You'll watch. I know it. You know it. We're good. Now watch this. And then you start sweating and your heart rate jumps up and you're like, okay, what was that? Was that a panic attack or an adrenal dump? You tell me.
Well, and my husband's always like, well, maybe it's because you're focusing on it. And I'm like, but I wasn't focusing on it until it happened.
Exactly. It's like it grabs your attention.
Yeah. I was like, I was fine until, again, I hit 133 laying down for no reason.
That was one of the first symptoms I think we ever caught for me. Like in an ER or urgent care. I went from like sitting to laying down to standing, and my heart or my blood pressure changed drastically each time.
Yeah.
And they're like, that's not good. It's like, well, I don't know what to do about that. Sorry.
Well, and basically what they tell you is that to help with dysautonomia, you need fluids and you need salt, which is why I, as my unhealthy, no self-preservation self, drink almost exclusively just Gatorade now.
Yeah.
So I make 40-ounce things of Gatorade that I take with me everywhere.
But does it help?
For the most part.
See?
It improved symptoms quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Other things you can use are olives, pickles, pickle juice.
Olives, really?
Olives, yeah.
Ew.
Why do you mean ew?
I just don't like olives. It was... I was forced to eat them as a kid.
Oh.
When I did want to, so now it's a memory thing.
Yeah.
It's
like me and lima beans.
Yeah.
Or lentils. Ugh. Yucky. No, thank you.
Yeah. You want to head out for intermission?
I think so, because I'm getting like actual full-on hiccups.
Right. That's how you know it's time.
Break time.
All right, everybody. Hydrate, medicate, eat.
Yeah.
Take a break.
Go to the bathroom.
Do that if you need to.
Just do it anyway.
Go to your bathroom.
I was thinking about teachers where we're like, we don't pee until the end of the day.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll all take a break and we'll meet back here in 5.
Do some self-care.
Well, for you it's like 5 seconds, but you can pause for however long.
This is true. We could see you tomorrow. I don't know.
Welcome back. Hope you guys had a good break.
Did you drink the water?
Was it good? Did you take the meds? Did you have a snack? Because I didn't.
I did not have a snack either. You probably should have done that.
Yeah.
So that meds kick in.
That would have been handy.
Right? We forgot about that.
Oops.
Who needs those?
Don't be like us.
Just live in my stomach and do nothing.
The best sentence ever uttered by anyone. Just live in my stomach.
Me to my tapeworm.
Isn't that a System of a Down song?
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure there's a song about my tapeworm. I think it's on Toxicity.
That's awesome. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
I love System of a Down.
So yeah.
So we were talking about dysautonomia.
Mm-hmm. And boundaries while in pain.
Yep.
And then my brain just shut off.
We were going to touch on like comfort items.
Right. Comfort.
Mm-hmm.
Things that you do when you're in the pain and you can't communicate.
Yes.
And you need to just curl up in your happy place.
Space.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, and like creating a space.
That's
creating
big.
a space that's like for you for when you're in pain.
Yeah, if you can. Like I know some people can't aren't lucky enough to be able to move their stuff around and get the right situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like I lived in the basement with Sophie and Rory. We had to split a room with them with shelves in between us.
Uh-huh.
That was not ideal.
No.
But it worked. And I was able to turn that into a space with blankets and pillows and darkness.
Yep.
Lots of the dark.
The dark. That's really the thing. Yeah.
That's the play, guys. You need the dark.
You need something that's going to feel like a cave.
Yeah. Unless
That's
you
really
need
what it
sunlight. I mean, there's some people that thrive in the sun.
Yeah.
I've heard they exist.
I think that's a different kind of like comfort though, like a different level.
That's like building a ladder.
Yeah,
kinda,
exactly.
yeah.
You're trying to get yourself out of it.
Right. That's
instead
after.
of surrendering to the hole.
Right. You gotta survive the storm and then move forward.
And then you build your ladder. Got to go below deck to get through it.
Yeah.
And then build your ladder to get out.
I mean, you have a giant nest.
Yes. Yeah.
Yours is impressive.
I have compiled my nest over many years.
It's a compilation of my greatest hits.
So I have a body pillow that is like the U-shaped thing, and it's longer on one side than the other.
Mm-hmm.
So I can wrap that around myself, which feels great. And I like having like the support so I can lay on my side, but it's not, because you know when you lay on your side and you just crumple.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like having the support so I can like lean forward or backward and not cave into myself.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So that's what I like the body pillow for. And then I bought the blankets. I have two, like the zebra one that you have.
I love those blankets.
They're so great. They're a little pricey, but I love them.
They were worth it.
And I just keep collecting them. My husband will not be pleased with
there
me
needs
when
to be
I
like
get
a limited
one.
edition one that you can get. You know, like a customer appreciation one. It's super softer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not in here. I'm using it now.
I know. I was going to show that, but it's upstairs now.
Yeah.
But they're just super soft, minky blankets, which I love, and they're different textures, which also is great for because again, sensory processing.
Yeah.
We really like to have.
Well, it's a way to distract. Like when I'm in pain and I'm trying to cope and I have my blanket, I will rub the different textures and try and focus on that, and it's something.
It's like grounding.
Yeah, very grounding.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like having a fidget in your blanket, which is great.
Like a big comfy fidget.
Mm-hmm. So I have 3 of them, actually. I have 3 different blankets.
Jesus. I thought you only had 2.
No, so I have a littler one that I roll into like a tube.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then I wrap it kind of like a scarf. So I like essentially secure myself with pillows and blankets before I go to sleep.
So it's like the other day when I was like, I need more gravity, and you just buried me in things. It's the same thing? Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I've compiled my nest. And I have a cold air machine in mine as well.
Yeah, that's huge for me. I need to have icy cold air all the time.
Especially when you're in pain, because you know, like the pain sweats.
Yeah.
Ugh, that is nasty.
Dude, it's hard. It's hard to explain that to some people who've never had that, like being in pain and sweating a ton.
Yeah.
It's
well,
hard.
because you just like, you almost feel sick.
Yeah.
Like it's the kind of pain that makes you want to throw up. You're like, are we throwing up or passing out? What are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, build yourself a space.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be fancy.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be on a better couch, I'm assuming, unless you're just crazy and want to make one on the floor.
Right, you can do that too.
As long as you're comfy and happy and can weather the storm.
Mm-hmm.
That's the important part. Like I have this couch. It's super old. I got it from a friend, and I will keep this couch forever. It's actually built into this room. It cannot leave.
It's bolted to the floor.
Well, I mean, this was
I know.
the
whole setup depended on the couch.
It did. I designed it around this couch.
Exactly.
There was a wall where the TV is, or behind the camera.
Mm-hmm.
it's walled in now, but there wasn't, and it was open, and we moved it in and walled it in. It's here to stay. But it's super comfortable. So when I'm having bad days, I curl up in here with that and the blanket in the dark, and then watch things or listen to music. Yeah. Because I have surround in here, so it's like I could listen to Bo Burnham all day. Yeah. As loud as I want.
I was about to ask. As for comfort items, we have like physical items, but do you have like shows or YouTube videos or music that you have like a go-to?
Well, it depends.
Right now it's Bo Burnham.
Oh yeah, Bo. Bo for show. He's a born Bostonian, the Aryan librarian of the word Smithsonian. His raps are scattered, but it has its ingenuity. He gave it this little part to give it continuity. That's for you, Bo.
Wow.
I'm not a fan.
No love for Bo.
No, not at all. Sometimes it depends. Like if I'm having a bad time and I'm depressed, I have a playlist that makes me feel like shit. And I will listen to that.
What's it called?
I call it the whatever playlist.
Oh.
Or meh.
Meh.
Because there's two of them.
Nice.
And they just have like really depressing music.
I have a playlist called I'm Gonna Sit Here and Think About Sad Stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's cathartic. Yeah. Sometimes you need to be sad and pain.
Right.
Alone in the dark.
Well, it's like I was watching a TikTok the other day that talked about like the different kinds of tears.
Yeah.
And essentially your emotional tears are there to help you literally flush out your like the chemical makeup. So when you're overloaded with emotion, your tears are a way to flush that emotion out in a physical way.
Yeah.
Which is just fascinating to me because I knew like your tears have different like, chemical makeup. Based on like why you're crying, which I think is really interesting. But it literally takes those hormones and is able to flush it.
It's just dumping them out.
Yeah.
That's
which is why you feel better after you cry.
You feel better after you cry?
Maybe you're not crying enough.
Sad boy.
You just need to cry more.
I'm not doing enough of the crying. You're not doing it right, Chris. You got to cry more. Cry until there's no hormones left.
Deplete your brain. Just completely deplete it.
Yeah, so I have that, and then I do have like shows and stuff that are more upbeat. I can't think of like a comfort show that I watch. True crime stuff. That's my go-to on YouTube. I'll be like, hey, let's see some horrible things and be paranoid for a little bit. It's so engaging though. Like
I understand. Yeah,
it's like you focus in on all of it, and you don't have to worry about the present anymore.
It's true. It's fair.
What about you?
So. Because I'm avoiding it now because
just like
yeah. Well, I was gonna say like my comfort show for a long time was Supernatural.
Yeah.
But I'm avoiding it because I can't handle the emotional upheaval of
There's a sequel coming, isn't there? Or a prequel?
Season. Is there?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Jen was telling me about this morning. The fan base is pissed off because some guy they don't like is working on it.
Oh. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, message her, find out.
Yeah, I'm like, what the heck? Yeah, no, Supernatural was my comfort show for a long time. Recently, it's been anything Batman.
You've been on a kick.
Yes.
It's been a minute.
It's a DC just engulfment.
Yeah.
So I'm like either reading comics or watching TV shows.
Have you read fanfics?
Yes.
That's when you know you're deep. When you're fanficking.
When I'm like, I don't feel good and I'm going to read some Wump.
Yeah. Hey, Jen does it. Yeah. For the longest time, I was like, why do you do this before you go to bed? I don't get it. Like, she used to stay up until like 2 a.m. reading fanfics.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Some of them are really good.
Yeah, no.
It's hard to sort through them, though. So it winds up being more like when you get on Netflix and you just stare at it for 45 minutes trying to find something.
They have that random button now.
Yeah.
I tried that and it did okay.
Did it?
It found something that I was at least somewhat interested in for a little bit. Then I kind of lost interest.
Yeah. And then, like I said, I have my playlist of I'm going to sit here and think about sad stuff.
Yeah. We're here to make you think about death and get sad and stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4.
But yeah, no, I think. And then, like, what about comfort food?
Oh, that's easy. That's so easy. Comfort foods, curry.
Oh.
Yeah, if I get curry, I'm good to go.
Do you do that for monsoon?
Yes, super spicy. I get that.
Monsoon is amazing.
I get the vindaloo because they if you tell them, if you're like, hey, I don't want American spicy, I want Indian spicy, they go hard, and then you regret life, but it's so worth it.
I should tell them to do that with the lamb curry.
Oh,
the lamb curry is so good already, and I'm like, I could take more spice.
Yeah, now my mouth is watering.
I know. I'm like, hungry? Maybe? I don't know.
It's either sophisticated monsoon or if I'm feeling shitty, I need McDonald's. I will be like, Jen, I feel like shit. I need to eat shit. I need to feel like shit.
I will seek out anything that resembles ice cream first.
Oh, yeah.
That's like my go-to, which is why I like this works so well.
Yeah.
Because I'm all about anything that is it frozen and it tastes good? Cool.
Yeah.
I'm game. But then I have like my munchies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, my nest is always.
What happened to the what were they called? Those little chewables.
High chews.
High chews. What happened? Because you had an addiction.
I moved on, and now it's gummy bears.
Well, that's fair. Yeah. Gummies are good.
I don't know. So for me, like, it's all about input.
Yeah.
So you're trying to block the input that your body is getting about pain with other input.
Right. That's why spicy works.
Yeah.
That's
or like the cold is distracting and it tastes good, or like I'll find things to eat that are engaging for my mouth.
Yeah.
So like high chew is great because I really had to work it.
Yeah.
Gummy bears, I enjoy biting their heads off or putting them between my teeth and just biting them in half slowly.
I have to do that now because of my teeth.
Yeah.
I have like slow chew, but it works.
And it's input. And so I like having that input. I do that a lot actually, where I block things with other input.
Oh yeah.
And that could be like taking a hot shower or taking a bath.
That was my coping mechanism, was just hot bath. There was a time when I would have to take 2 or 3 a day because it was like we didn't know it was before we knew what was wrong. It was before I had any sort of pain management or any like mental capacity to handle things. So
I used to get in trouble for taking hot baths. So I'd get in trouble for using so much water.
Yeah.
And then I didn't have a bathtub for the longest time. So now having a tub again.
I don't know if you ever saw it. We had a shower in the Fundy house in the basement, and it didn't have a place to soak.
Yeah.
So we bought a Japanese blue tub. Like it was so cool.
It was like a barrel kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, made out of PVC pipe and that tarp material. And you would fill it up and you'd get in and you'd soak. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was pretty comfortable too. It was kind of like being in the womb because you could like curl up and it's all hot.
Oh, I like that.
It was nice. You could also put the lid on and put your like hands through and use your phone. It was crazy.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so you could be like do and burning yourself to death underneath. I liked the tub.
I want one.
I broke it.
I want to like build it into my house.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's really what it comes down to, is that like input output piece.
Yeah.
Which is why like I fidget constantly. Cause I'm like, I need outside input.
Shut up, phone. I'm trying to message Rin. I need the gray bag.
I'm
having tooth problems. I need the gray bag.
We're gonna do a live stream of ripping his tooth out today, right now. No.
I've been playing this very dangerous game with myself where I grab the broken half and I go, I could. I wiggle it. I'm like, it's loose.
You could.
I could just slide it. And I'm just sitting here like playing chicken with myself like, will he do it?
We would need a lot more meds on board.
Will he or won't he? Yeah. And then I go, that's stupid. Don't do it. And then I regret not doing it.
Right? I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been there where I was like, can I rip this out of my own head? Maybe I can.
Yeah.
Yeah. What other like items?
Well, there's my Squish Cat.
Yep.
I love Squish Cat.
Squish Cat is a good one.
I had oh dang it. I can't remember. I had something that I used to use all the time. I can't remember what it was. It was an item.
What about your bracelet?
Yeah, broke.
Oh!
And Lori just fixed it.
One.
She fixed it like a month ago. And then thank you, madam. Yeah, see? Fancy lady. Thank you.
Love you.
It doesn't have the stuff in it.
Some.
Oh, man.
Oh, is your...
It's in there.
Okay, I was like, is it not there?
1 second.
No.
Yeah. No, we gotta finish what we're doing.
Yep.
Oh, it hurts because it's cold. You can't sit in.
You can't pressure us.
You're gonna make it take a lot longer.
Yeah.
Because
By
we're not gonna
us.
be doing stuff while you're here. Because that's just how it is.
Not the flow.
Yeah. Please go.
Throwing off our vibes.
We'll get done. Don't worry.
Patience.
Yeah.
Go distract yourself with something.
Find a comfort item. Shut the door, please.
Why can't I remember what the bracelet is called?
Mandala?
Yes.
Is it mandala? I get that mixed up with like actual, like the painting.
The art, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna do this again. I'm gonna do
I
it
don't
right.
remember, actually. It might be different.
There we go.
Yeah, no, that one.
Yeah, because I would play with the beads.
Mm-hmm.
But then I
did it.
What I did. It usually breaks on its own, just from me wearing it all the time.
Yeah.
This time I put it around both my hands.
Oh no.
And I was like, "Oh no, Jen, I'm stuck." And she tried getting it off, and they snapped.
Oops.
My bad.
Like a child.
Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yes. I understand. Yeah, I had lambskin for a really long time.
Yeah.
That was my comfort item since like childhood.
My stuffy. The one I grew up with.
So
this is my
cute.
stuff.
I'm sure mine are somewhere. I just don't know where.
Lori had it because it matched her bear. She had a big bear, and then I had the little bear.
Yep. Stuffy. I got her a Christmas stuffy one year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. My stuffy. I have a green blanket that's like that.
Yeah.
It's just what I've always had. Like, I've always had a blanket.
Yeah.
It's just I went from like my old tattered one to like a green one that I use as a pillow, basically.
Yep.
But it's still a blanket. It's
Yeah.
a comfort blanket, you know. It's weird. 35
I understand,
and I need my
though.
comfy blanket.
I understand though, because like the lambskin was weird because I didn't use the like soft side.
Yeah.
I liked the leather because it was cool to my skin, and so I would lay it on it that way because it felt good.
Yeah.
It was cold and it felt nice. So that was always my thing for the longest time. Yep. And now it's marijuana, snacks, and bed.
Man, if only I could get
That's
away
my
with,
life.
with my vape pen. Jen's
Right.
been stealing it. It's like, what do I
You need
want?
to ask them.
I
See
do.
if that's even an option.
I'm thinking about asking David because I feel comfortable with him.
Yeah.
What the policies are.
Because that's the thing. Like, I don't use medical marijuana. I've never got like the card or anything. But I think like using marijuana has helped me to like pull myself out of the pain and be able to examine it from a distance.
Yeah.
Which helps a lot.
It's an interesting way to look at it too.
Yeah.
Like dissecting it.
Right. You can kind of, instead of being in it all, you can take it out and lay it flat, which is so nice because you're not quite so overwhelmed. And then you can avoid the like panic attacks.
Yeah, no. I'm glad I'm past that. At least I have been for a few months. Like,
that's good.
The PTSD panic attacks were not fun.
I remember having panic attacks after the car accident. A lot of panic attacks. They were not fun. I hated that phase. And then driving with Dad was always miserable because he would scare the hell out of me the whole time. Yeah, not a good time.
Great memories. What else? I still think there's something I'm forgetting. Oh, I have a controller.
What?
Yeah, that green controller. When I'm not feeling good, I have to use that controller.
Really?
I don't know why, but the green one just makes me happy.
That's funny.
It's like the other ones aren't good enough.
Yeah.
But the green one, like when
the special one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be sitting here and I'll be like, I need to play something. I need my green controller. It's bizarre, but
yeah. Well, and I guess it's like having like a favorite pair of comfy pants, or like a favorite shirt that's really soft, or like, and that's
hoodies.
The thing. Like,
hoodies are my comfort item.
Yep. My zebra hoodie. That's what I always go for.
Mm-hmm.
That or like my Supernatural t-shirts, the ones that say "Always keep fighting," because those it was always nice to have like a wearable mantra that I could stick to and be like, always keep fighting. We're not giving it up. This is what I need today.
That reminds me, I need to finish. I'm working on getting people to write down like lyrics to the song, but it's something Kaylee did, and I'm stealing her idea. But like having it tattooed on, but written by people that you care about.
Yeah.
So I need to get you to write some of it too, so that I can get it like tattooed on my arm.
Nice. What song?
I'm shush. Just shush.
Is a secret?
It kind of. I battle between other songs.
Oh,
because I don't want to pick something that I'm gonna be like, oh, that's cringy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I can't believe I liked this.
What about comfort songs?
Comfort songs.
Do you have like specific ones? Because I do.
Just Bo at the moment. It literally, because I need to sing. Like, if I'm in it, singing is a good distraction.
Yep.
So I can sit in the room and just vibe to being depressed. Because I'm not. It's like I'm not as depressed as I was, so it's not as triggering as it would have been.
Yeah.
You know?
That makes sense.
It's more like self-aware.
See, I have songs that like, I don't know, make me feel a little more hopeful, I guess.
Yeah.
Or like help me to maintain that like coping, surviving thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like,
so like,
yeah. No, I get you.
Guardian by Ether Realm.
Oh, yeah.
That's a really good one. That's one that I turn to a lot. Where I'm like, I need this song, this very specific song.
Mm-hmm.
Or You're Gonna Be Okay. I can't remember who that's by, but I like that one too.
Yeah.
Because it's not like everything's fine. Because I hate that. I don't know. I don't like songs that are like, you're gonna be okay.
It's being a hero.
It's being a hero.
The world's not sad. It's funny. I'm a sociopath.
I understand now. Yep. Yeah. No, I have songs that I like turn to.
I'm sure I do. I just can't think of them at the moment.
Right? I'm trying to think of what other. Who is this song by? Darn it. Oh, Body is another good one. SYML is the band for that one. What are you guys' favorite like comfort songs?
Oh, yeah.
Or comfort items? What do you turn to?
Comfort routine.
Yeah. What's your comfort ladder?
Comfort ladder.
Comfort ladder.
It's more of like a nest. You gotta build your nest. Build a ladder after you build your nest.
Right. Because, you're just like collecting things that help you.
Mm-hmm.
Or like make you feel safe and happy.
Yeah. It's an interesting way to look at coping.
Yeah.
Because it's not really taking yourself out of the moment so much. Not like holding ice or something, mm-hmm. but it's like making yourself happy despite.
Right. Being like, I feel like crap, but I have all of these soft, fluffy things around me.
Yeah.
And like for Jen, wearing her fluffy socks.
Yeah. Oh, God.
A big one. Yeah.
And she has a heated blanket that she uses.
Uh-huh.
I hate that thing so much.
No, I could never. I would just die.
Yeah.
I've sweat on the blanket.
The other day she was like, cuddle me. And I was like, okay. And I rolled over and I was like, there's a heated blanket here. No. No. And I rolled away. I love you,
but absolutely not.
Yeah. She cackled. Got him. Rude. Don't die, please.
Coffee almost went up my nose.
I did that earlier.
No, it was whipped cream.
Whipped cream, yeah.
Actually.
Whipped cream.
Whipped cream. The cream of the whip.
Did you want to go over questions?
Sure.
Do we have anything good on the internet? I know we've had people who have been actively watching and commenting on stuff, which has been really nice. I can relate to some of it.
Yeah.
Being a stay-at-home dad now.
Right.
Who had a job and lost the job because of health issues.
Yeah. Well, let me see. Let me log into our YouTube and see what we got going on.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know we had a couple comments here.
Truth.
Crystal. Hashtag build a ladder. Yes. Absolutely. So this one was, I'm a stay-at-home mom now. I love gardening. I am going to try to make improvement on trying to buy a home, which is exciting.
Yeah.
Thank you for talking about all of this. I know I'm late to the gate. You're never too late. We're not even 2 months old yet.
Yeah, we're barely anything.
Which is amazing to me. I don't understand.
Yeah, we almost have 50 of you, and we're at the 2-month mark next week.
That's insane.
I'm excited to hit 50.
Yeah. I use KT tape sometimes for my right shoulder. It is so unsupported and unstable. So I understand that life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think we have questions necessarily.
No. What about from the forums? Were we gathering questions from them?
I don't think we had questions. We had
topics.
Yeah, because we're gonna do an episode as an open letter.
Yeah.
To anyone who knows anyone with EDS.
Right.
So essentially something you can send to people and go, here's what's going on.
Yeah, like a primer.
Right.
Like, here you go.
And no, it's not just me.
Yeah, no joke.
But I think we could probably see what's going on, like, topic-wise in the forums.
Yeah. Truth. And remember, we have a TikTok. You can go watch it right now.
Indeed. They're really funny.
We think they're funny.
I just really relate to me.
We have some serious ones that aren't getting love, so go support the serious ones.
Right. Oh, this one is interesting. Which types of EDS could you have if you're not hypermobile at all? None.
Yeah, I'm thinking about, like, not hypermobile at all. I don't even remember what the types are anymore. I remember there being like 12 years ago.
13, I think.
Yeah.
Total. So she said, why do you think you have it?
Like us?
No.
Oh, okay.
So this was to that person. I saw the Invite portal panel. Ooh. That's weird. I don't know. Yeah, that's interesting. That's a very bizarre question.
It's not impossible, though.
No, it's definitely not. Especially if you're, like, older.
True.
Why do you... Yeah. So everyone's like, why do you suspect it? But I'm not seeing why they might think they have it.
Maybe they got defensive, too. The way people are approaching it. Like, why do you think you have it? Like... I mean, it's somebody on their journey anyway. Like, even if it's not EDS, if they're trying to figure out what's wrong with them.
Right. Well, and I can completely relate to that feeling of, like, I need it to be something.
Yeah.
I need you to tell me something.
On Marfans.
Yeah. For a long time.
Yeah. It's not even remotely that.
Right.
We couldn't be further from the truth.
Yeah. Yeah. That's an interesting one. I was just trying to figure out why they might have thought that.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Is it an EDS thing to break your teeth?
Yes.
And it sucks.
I'd smile, but I'm self-conscious, so you don't get to see the wreck that's my mouth.
Yeah,
that's
not
what
good.
I'm gonna do this from now on. Just gonna hide my face.
It's right here.
Why did
I'm the one with the crazy gap. Come on now.
Yeah, but I got buck teeth.
No.
I like my teeth though. I like my front teeth first.
Because your teeth are fine. No, well, apparent fine. Apparent.
It's apparent that your teeth are fine. Don't come at me. My teeth are ruined.
Appearances. There we go. Let's see. Oh, okay. Someone asks, is pronation also called drop foot? No, actually. Pronation is just a turning out of the foot.
Yeah.
Or of the hip, usually from the hip. Drop foot is something that my husband is actually dealing with right now.
Yep.
Which is why I found that question so interesting. Yeah. So drop foot occurs when there's a disruption in a very specific nerve in your shin.
Huh.
Yeah.
So it's a nerve thing, not like a ligament or anything.
It's a nerve.
Interesting.
Is a nerve. It just doesn't send the signals correctly.
Wow. Relatable.
Do you have a go bag? Like a hospital go bag? Or did you at one point?
I did have one at one point. God, that was a while ago. Like I based one off of Jen's pregnancy emergency go bag.
I wondered.
God, that was a long time ago. I need to have one.
Yeah.
I just I don't know. I feel like that's like setting yourself up to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm paranoid that if I have a go bag, then I'm gonna have to use it.
That's fair. I get that.
But that's some crazy thinking.
Yeah.
It would be nice to have something ready to go. I wonder what you would put in it. Like, I've always wondered about this, and well, I kind of got the answer during my heart angio. But like when you go in and you have your meds, like you need your heart meds and all that. Can you bring yours in? I know they provided mine, but you know what I mean? Like,
I think you could. I mean, I would want to, just so that, like, I don't want to pay for their meds.
Exactly. That's
like,
exactly
I don't want to pay $40 a pill, thank you, at the ER.
Right. Well, and I take so many. Like,
yeah, God no. Well, and then trying to remember and like list off what you need.
That's on my phone.
Oh, that's smart. I am not that smart.
Yeah.
I just refuse to go.
I get asked so many times because you have everything in house. I have to go to a doctor, and every time, like, what changed? What's different?
Right.
Like, here we go. Let's go through the list.
Oh my gosh, here's somebody ready. So they said, do you get muscle spasms? I get them in both inner upper thighs. Yep. It feels like someone has reached into my leg and is clenching the muscle tight. It is so bad that I have screamed. The other place I have spasms is around my rib cage that feel like a band is wrapped around my ribs, being pulled tighter and tighter. I feel like I can't breathe. Anyone have similar issues? Hi.
Yes.
I have horrible muscle spasms.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Get out of my head. Thank you very much.
Never.
Twins born years apart. There you go. But yes, no, I have horrible, horrible muscle spasms, and muscle relaxers don't help.
Nope, not even
unfortunately.
Remotely.
So, TENS unit, if you don't have one, get a TENS unit. I think everybody should have one anyway, just because they can be really, really helpful.
Yeah.
They're also really helpful if you decide you don't want to feel whatever that is anymore.
You just numb it out.
Just numb it out.
Yeah.
Fatigue it to death.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, my muscle spasms are very similar. So I get them kind of all over, but my biggest problem is through my trunk. And we think that that's connected to all the adhesions.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, with the muscle spasms, we are looking into movement disorders.
Yeah.
And so I know dystonia is something that can come along with EDS and be a comorbidity there. Mm-hmm. So... yes.
I have the spasms, but they're not nearly as bad. I get the diaphragm one a lot.
Yeah.
That one sucks. That feeling of getting squeezed, like, just I can feel it.
Did I tell you about the one that, like, I couldn't exhale?
Yeah. It just like you breathe in and that's it.
It just kept going. I was like, what is this? What is this? Yeah. Just breathe in.
Yeah.
Keep breathing in. Ridiculous.
Yeah, no, you're not alone. That is a thing.
It's not a fun thing. It's not a fun thing to like tease out either with doctors.
Yeah, how do you go about getting that solved?
We've been on that journey. It's not fun.
No.
I'm not enjoying it. I lost the group I was in apparently.
No, the whole group, they're dead.
It just went away. Let's see. What's your best natural pain relief?
Natural. Heat or ice, honestly.
Heat is a big one for me.
Yeah.
I don't like using ice because it hurts my skin right away.
I have the thing where you don't feel temperature. You know what I mean? So if I throw ice on myself, it doesn't fucking matter. Like post surgery, I'm like, let's bury my fucking anything in ice.
Yep. Oh, I iced like crazy after surgery.
Yeah.
But I'm like mostly numbed out in that area. My brain's like, we can't feel that right now.
Right. As soon as you can feel it on your skin, though, you're done.
Yeah. Then I'm like, no, thank you. Natural pain relief. Yeah. Heat. Heat is one of my big ones.
Yeah. That's what I would use
like
baths for. Like, get really hot bath and stretching. Yeah. I would take the foam and do the...
Yeah, if you can do foam rolling.
Foam rolling is amazing.
Foam rolling can help
get
those
like
ribs back in place. Yeah. Ugh, that one's not enjoyable at all.
Nope.
Ugh. somebody is dealing with, this is crazy. So you guys won't be able to see the picture, but apparently this person's dealing with like really, really blown out veins.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
And ruled out blood clots. But we know that with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, our blood pressure can run amok.
Mm-hmm.
But the other part of that is that our subluxations and dislocations can cut off blood flow to certain things. And when that happens, your vein can fill, but it can't empty. And so you wind up exploding veins.
Shit. Poor woman.
Yeah. It doesn't feel good either.
I have a couple of exploded veins.
Mm-hmm.
I pick at them.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and she's got like the spider veins too.
Mm-hmm.
Those ones suck.
And it hurts. She's like, I cry out in pain. Like,
Yeah. No, I don't blame
poor
you.
thing.
What? This is interesting. Somebody has really bad full body muscle spasms if they drink diet soda or energy drink. That sounds like a bad reaction to caffeine.
Yeah.
That's what that sounds like, yeah.
Shit.
That's crazy, though.
I would not be able to live without caffeine.
And me neither. Not for a second.
Even with like Concerta, it's like I need caffeine to get going.
Yeah.
Stay focused.
Someone's asking about Flexeril.
Oh, I've been on Flexeril.
Mm-hmm. Is Flexeril Cyclo?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Cyclobenzaprine.
Mm-hmm.
So I use that one as a rescue med. So that one pairs with the Percocet really well.
You have to be careful with it, but it works.
Well, and especially be careful if you're taking other things that can risk serotonin syndrome.
Yeah, SSI. Isn't that what it is?
Yeah. I don't remember the other S's.
Or is it an SRI? Serotonin reuptake inhibitors. That's SRI, but yeah.
I don't know.
I know the disorder.
I know that mirtazapine is one.
Yeah.
That they were like, you need to have, like, cut your dose in half if you're going to take Flexeril. But yeah, no, be careful when you're doing stuff like that.
Yeah. You don't want to accidentally your body.
Right. God dang. I would not want to go into like serotonin storm or anything.
We already have enough issues with serotonin.
Right. Like not having any. Trying to see if there's any other good questions. AFOs. I've never had to go that route, but that's interesting.
What's an AFO?
So AFOs are those like hard plastic foot binders.
Oh, yeah.
For stability.
Mm-hmm. I need one of those for after I roll my ankle, though.
Yeah.
Because I roll my ankle a lot.
I need like a good ankle brace.
I need a good ankle. Let's start there.
See, but you can buy an ankle brace.
I thought you were going to say you could buy an ankle. Like,
on the
really?
black market, I'm sure you could.
I can get a healthy ankle just like that?
I didn't say healthy.
Oh, that's the downside. It has a little bit of frostbite, but it'll work. Just brush it off. It's a perfectly good ankle.
Some makeup will cover
5 second rule, it's fine.
Oh my God. Chop it off somebody else. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, this poor thing. She apparently is in the hospital for vomiting.
Ugh.
They can't get an IV in her because they have blown all of her veins and because she's so swollen. Oh, poor thing. The pain is excruciating. You are in the hospital, my love.
Whew.
Tell them to take better care of you.
That's so hard to stand up for yourself,
I know.
though. Especially when you're dealing with like an
uncomfortable.
ER doc who is not with it. He's done with fucking everything.
Right.
And you're like, hey, I need help. And they're like, haha, cute. So many good experiences with ER docs.
I gave up on the ER a long time ago. It's like urgent care or death.
Yeah, no shit. Urgent care was way better.
Because they like take good care of you there, usually.
Yeah.
And you're not going to be competing with like car accident victims and...
Well, like Vizzy. Vizzy went in and had to deal with someone who had a real problem.
Right. They're like, somebody else has something real going on after this. And you're like, ugh.
Yeah, you can't move your shoulder that way if it was really in pain.
I hate that.
Ugh. Well,
and I think Vizzy made a really great point when they talked about how having a higher pain tolerance and like brushing that off puts people with a higher pain tolerance at risk.
Yeah.
Which I think is something that needs to be talked about in much greater detail, because you have those people with like burst appendices that you don't know about because
they were like,
it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like broken bones, or
been there.
people who have really severe injuries that you wouldn't expect them to have.
Right.
Because they're calm.
That was like the mentality of a lot of the ranchers I worked with growing up in Deming. If something went wrong, it was just a matter of
tough it out.
Yeah, it'll go away or it'll kill me.
Yeah. Rub some dirt in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Steve Irwin style. Rip off his own ear and pack some dirt in there.
I don't remember Steve Irwin doing that.
Oh, he did. He was chasing camels and he ripped off his ear, or part of his ear, on a tree.
With his hand?
No.
Oh, I imagine he was just like he ripped his own. What was he on? Dude was having a bad trip. Ripped off his own ear and put dirt in it. Jesus.
No.
Okay, so it got caught on something.
Yes.
Okay.
And then he was like, "It's fine," and he packed a bunch of dirt into his ear wound. And I was like, you know what? If it works,
it didn't kill him. That was a stingray.
That was a stingray. That's unfortunate.
Making all the stingrays look bad. It just takes one bad apple.
One bad apple. One bad stingray. Oh man. Let's see. Typing related hand pain.
I used to have a lot of hand pain. I also used to type a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
And I always have to make sure I have the ergonomic rests.
Yeah.
Because I got to keep my wrists at not like this, but you know what I mean?
Right.
Just raised enough.
Otherwise, yeah.
Shit. I'm sure that'll come back though, as life goes on.
I love this post a lot, just because of the attitude of it.
All right.
It says, tips for going on a roller coaster. The don't comments are not appreciated. I'm going anyway, LOL. And I would like to know how to ride them with limited effects. I am so with you.
We need to get this person on the podcast. It's done.
I love roller coasters as well. Tips for that. Jeez. Get you maybe some KT tape before you go.
Yeah, kind of bandage up.
Yeah, I was thinking like an ace bandage.
Keep everything in place. Yeah, it depends on what you have to worry about.
Right, exactly. Because sometimes if I go to Ehlers, I'll bring like my knee brace.
Yeah.
To make sure that nothing goes horribly wrong with the joints that I know are looser. But yeah, no, I'm with you. I understand that that feeling.
That vibe.
Don't. No, I'm going anyway.
Don't tell me don't.
That's like when Bob was trying to tell us not to sail.
It's gonna happen.
I'm gonna do it anyway,
and it's gonna be a laser.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be amazing.
Any correlation to EDS and vitamin deficiency? Yes, B and D are extremely common to be deficient with Ehlers Danlos. So I take B12 and vitamin D and magnesium.
Yeah, magnesium helps you to get more out of the vitamins.
To absorb it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it's also supposed to help with the spasming, but it doesn't.
Yeah, I was low on B and D last time we did a blood panel.
Yeah, B12 and D.
That's interesting. I didn't even think about that. It's like the thyroid issue. I still associate those as not being EDS stuff.
Right.
Because the order
was before.
That was the before times.
That's like the gastritis for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was throwing up forever and ever.
She's still throwing up to this day. Just constantly.
Blam.
Blam. I love to eat the human food.
This other person says, do you ever wonder, if we're not dying, why do we feel like it all the time?
It's like,
yes.
If body want live, why pain all the time?
Yes.
If mental be happy, why abuse?
Why abuse? Why are you doing this to me? Yeah, I understand. This person's been prescribed duloxetine and gabapentin.
Hey, so am I. We're buddies.
Yep. Ditto here. Did this help anyone? I'm iffy about medications.
Ooh.
Oh, honey, you're going to have to get over that real quick.
Mm-hmm.
She's Ehlers Danlos type 3.
That's us.
Yep.
Heads.
Does this help anyone?
Yep.
I'm iffy about medications and how it can mess with your head.
That's something to worry about with the gabapentin too, because I can get in your head. I've had that happen.
Really?
Yeah, I've had auditory and visual hallucinations.
I thought that was the Lyrica.
That was my first time on gabapentin.
Interesting.
And the Lyrica was worse, but
I was gonna say because duloxetine is also an antidepressant.
Yeah.
So if you were gonna worry about like mental effects,
then that one.
That would be the one that I would think about.
Right, especially in the beginning.
But I also think that, and I understand where this person's coming from, because I don't know. So in my teen years, I never wanted to like try drugs at all.
I had a thing about my liver. It's like, I'm not going to take pills ever.
Well, and it wasn't my liver. It was my head. Because I was like, I don't want anything that's going to make me like out of control.
Yeah.
I like being in control of me. Like, that's just how I feel.
Fair.
So I understand like the nervousness surrounding medications. But if you're anything like us with baseline, those effects won't last very long.
Yeah.
So hopefully that will help, because duloxetine and...
Don't you have to worry about high anxiety when you first start duloxetine? Like, it has a chance to be like increase your anxiety.
What is it? It's Cymbalta, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is the duloxetine.
I believe so, yeah.
Cymbalta. I don't know. Like, I didn't have that problem. I started it for anxiety and depression.
Yeah.
And then later they upped the dose for the nerve pain.
Yep.
But, yeah, I don't know. That might be, because I know that some anxiety meds can make it worse before it gets better. Yeah.
Keely had to go through that.
Yeah. Yeah. Tips and tricks for pain management. Yeah. I would say it's time to get a little more comfortable with medication and have some honest conversations with your doctor about ways of managing.
Yeah, it's tough though.
Yeah.
That conversation's never fun.
No, it's not. And I think also the other thing about starting something that you're worried about, like messing with your head, I would find somebody to be accountable to.
Yeah.
And let them know what's going on and ask them to report back to you.
That's a really
about
good
your
idea.
own behavior.
Yeah. I mean, I do that with
I've
Jen
done it with Randy. Yeah. Been like, I'm going to start this med. It could do these things. Can you keep an eye on me?
I did that with the concerta to make sure that I was like, is there a difference? I mean, I know for a fact that I've been up and doing things more, but is there a difference?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, duh. Have you seen yourself?
Yup.
No, I don't look in the mirror, because when I do, I say, what's up, you useless fuck?
You shit. Our papule is a symptom of EDS.
Yes.
Yes, in fact, they are. They looked for them on me when I was getting my diagnosis and didn't find them because I was underweight. And now I have them.
Yeah, I was looking for them.
So you have them sometimes in your wrist.
Yeah, I can see the little...
in your like ankles. They're just little balls of fat.
Yeah. Remember when they were doing my evaluation, and I was like, I didn't even know about the papules, and they're like, do you have them? I'm like, I don't think so. And they tried finding them.
Yes, all of them.
They're like, look, right there.
Yeah. So you take the bottom of your heel and you just press.
Yeah.
And you'll see
if little orbs appear.
Yeah. Little papules. Yes, they are a symptom of EDS. Or a byproduct of EDS, I suppose.
That's got to be a way that the body forms it.
Yeah.
And the collagen deficiency.
Well, and that reminds me of like how our wounds heal.
Yeah.
Where it just like turns everything into this like encapsulated little thing.
True. It'll heal top down.
Uh-huh.
Stupid hand.
Nose changed structurally. That's interesting. I don't know. Can't help you there.
Mm-mm.
Oh, this is somebody's stretchy skinned child.
I used to do that as a kid.
Take your skin and pull on it.
Or like collapse your stomach.
Make yourself
where you super
just,
tiny. Like, hey, look, I can
suck it
touch
all
the inside
in.
of my ribs.
Yes.
I once was doing that in Deming, and I was like, Mom, I think I'm malnourished. And she was like, why? Why do you say that? And I was like, look, and I went and sucked everything in and looked like a skeleton. She was like, that's too. Not funny. Well, joke's on you, because we're laughing now. It was hilarious.
Yes. Yes.
Anything can be funny in retrospect.
Everything's funny anyway.
Yeah.
Just saying. It's funny,
I feel
or
like I got corrected just then. Like, it's always funny.
Christopher, it's funny. Just
okay, it's funny.
It's
I'm
funny.
sorry.
Okay, it's funny.
I tried to be serious. It was funny. My bad.
What is the serious you talk about? Nobody knows. Yeah. There's some longer ones in here.
Well, we could also just ask for more questions too.
Yeah.
If you have a need or want us to discuss something, leave comments. We read everything.
Ooh, here's a really good one. What's your number one most helpful positive tip to a newly diagnosed zebra?
Number one positive tip.
Mm-hmm.
You're not alone.
Yeah.
That's
a huge one.
Yeah, and all the weird idiosyncrasies that you're dealing with, we probably have at some point, or at least some collection of us have.
Yeah.
There's a lot to it.
Yeah, I would say you're not alone, and you deserve a good medical team.
Yeah, you're going to work for it.
You deserve that, so go and build it for yourself.
Yep.
Because nobody else is going to do it for you. And if you lose sight of that piece of you deserve to have someone take good care of you, then you wind up losing sight of doctor shopping, which is really, that's the thing. Like, you deserve to doctor shop.
Right. You have a right to find a team and build it. And if you don't like something, it may feel like you're being pushy, or what's the word I'm thinking of? Not just pushy, but doctor shopping. You could feel like you're trying to force a diagnosis or force a solution,
right. Mm-hmm.
But you do need to find a team that you get along with and will help you.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah. Well, and that you can communicate with.
Yeah, exactly.
That's going to be the biggest thing.
Yep.
She has returned.
Nice. I like your ponytail. We'll know when we're done. Just let us finish. You keep interrupting. Please shut the door. Poor child.
She's like, I just want gummy bears.
Have dinner. Make a breakfast. Have a cereal.
Have a cereal. I want gummy bears.
I want the gummy. Delivered. My package has been delivered. Oh, boy.
Oh, this is sad.
Oh, no.
Have you ever questioned how long can I go without feeding and watering myself without it becoming a problem?
Yes.
Everything I eat and drink hurts, and I'm tired of it.
Relatable
I
content.
know that life. Frozen things.
Yeah.
Frozen things. See if you can drink.
Short of an IV, it's what they would do in the hospital, too. Ice chunks, like ice chips.
Pretty much. Yeah, find something engaging for your mouth that you can eat kind of distracted.
Find a doctor that's willing to work with you on that and believes what you're saying.
Yes. Oh, here's the other big one. So I have found that a lot of our stomach issue can... back up, sorry. There's more that can be done for your stomach problems than just stomach meds. They can also do allergy-type medications, which can help on the MCAS side.
Really?
So, yeah. So
it makes sense in antihistamine.
Mm-hmm. One of my stomach meds is also an allergy med.
Do you know what it's called?
It's either the Protonics or...
Pentatonics?
What?
Pentatonics?
No. Protonics or something. I can't remember which one it is.
Interesting.
But yes, I know that life.
Yes.
That's why everyone thought I was anorexic for years. And I'm really sorry you're going through that. Jeez. All right. Well, not a whole lot else here. But yeah, if you guys have questions or comments or things you want us to talk about, please let us know. You can reach us on Facebook. You can reach us on YouTube.
I don't know how comment sections work on the actual podcast sites, but I'm pretty sure we can get messages, like on Spotify or whatever.
Yeah.
You can email us too at fantasticpains.
That's true.
At gmail.com. All one word.
Yep. So yeah, interact, like, share, subscribes, that whole thing.
TikTok.
Shebang.
Watch the TikToks.
Yes. Come check us out.
They're great.
They're very funny. Kind of ridiculous, but it's great.
Yeah.
And then next time we'll go into we can go into like skin issues and stuff.
Oh yeah, we were going to tackle that. But yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, that's a really big one. I actually have a whole like spreadsheet.
You have a spiel.
I have a spreadsheet.
Damn.
On the skin issues, because I did a poll through the Facebook groups.
Oh, good.
And had everybody tell me what's up with skin issues. So beyond the bruising, there's quite a lot. And a lot that I didn't realize were like common. So
that's good.
That'll be really interesting to tackle. I'll have to just bring my computer over.
Yeah.
Get everything together. Yeah. Anything else?
Not that I can think of.
You want to call it?
Think we're good. If you had a good time, let us know.
If you hate us, also let us know.
We need to know. Keep us in line. Keep our egos in check.
Yeah. Also, just a really big thank you for everyone who has come along this far.
Yeah, no joke.
Like, we've been at this when this comes out, over 2 months.
Yeah. We'll have our 2-month anniversary. We
will be under 3 months old, which is insane. So it's been really, really cool to see the engagement that we have seen.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you guys.
We never thought people would actually be interested in this.
I know. We started this thing. We were like, this is just for us. No one's going to care.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to see that we are, A, helping some people feel a little bit less alone, and B, bringing light to some other issues.
Yeah.
And I liked that when we had Vizzy on, they talked about how even if you don't have EDS, you can definitely relate.
Yeah.
So good to know that we're doing good things.
And that our experiences cross over to so much.
Yeah.
At least it's going somewhere good, because a lot of these experiences were not fun.
Yeah. That's very true.
We're turning it into a positive.
Right. Well, and we're learning a lot too.
Truth.
Which is cool. So bettering ourselves and hopefully bringing you better content.
Yeah. We're always going to try to get better content. So let us know. My mom critiques us on the technical stuff.
Good.
She wants more visual editing.
More visual editing.
Like what I did for the TikToks, but for 2 hours of footage. Yeah. Oh. She did. Footage.
With a j.
The footage. 2 hours of TikTok footage. I can't. There's no way.
No.
But she wants it, so I might do it. I'll have the mom supercut.
You might want to like page. Die at that point.
Maybe I already do. No, I'm good mentally, and I'm stable at the moment. So let's not joke. But yeah,
let's not joke.
Serious. Yeah, we can call it.
All right. Thank you so much for coming along, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah.
Bye.
Peace. You want to try that again?
Yeah.
What's your name?
My name is Ran. Never done this before.
No, we did it. Remember, we did the test run together. It's the same thing.
That's not going to be published on the internet.
This might not be. I could cut it out.
Yeah.
If you don't like it.
Chop it up.
Yeah. Your hair was in the shot up.
Okay.